So I already know that I probably won't play Witcher 4. I played all the previous games, I read the books, but this one I will probably skip. And I'm going to tell you why, but first I wanted to talk about the trailer. I think the trailer looks fine, I like the story it tells, it's a little generic and plot convenience is strong with this one, but it's not that bad. And I think Siri looks fine. I personally don't think she looks that ugly, and this is just a trailer, she will look different in the game. So until we see actual gameplay footage, it's too early to say that CD Projekt Red uglified her. And I hope The Witcher 4 will be great. But I don't like to play as female characters, at least not in the role-playing games with a lot of choices that affect the story. If it's a different type of game, like some kind of online shooter or fighting game, then I don't care, but story-driven RPGs? No. And I know I'm not the only one. There are a lot of guys who just like to create dudes with big swords or wizard with big fireballs. If you ever watched Asmongold play a game with the character creator, you would know that he always creates a character with a big sword that looks kinda like him. And people in his chat are often saying the same thing. Even Angry Joe, who was very positive about the trailer, you could clearly see that he was really hoping for a character creator because he wanted to make his own Witcher. And I was hoping for that too. I really wanted to create my own character. And besides content creators, I know that a lot of real people wanted that too. A lot of guys are afraid of saying that they don't like to play as female characters because it may sound bad. These people don't hate women, they just don't want to be women. It's about roleplay, power fantasy and immersion. And of course this is a preference. It's not a bad or a good thing, it's just a thing. It's not like I would never be able to enjoy playing as a female character, but I don't have to. I can just choose a different game that lets me play as a dude. Ultimately it's up to you how you want to spend your limited lifespan. Of course, there are plenty of games with female protagonists that are insanely popular, but we are not talking about just any game. This is The Witcher. You may think that passing a torch to Ciri is a logical move, but I don't think this is a good idea. And here's why. This is what I think. There are a lot of people that won't play as Ciri because she's a woman. That is a fact. There are people that want character creator. Some people will only play as Geralt of Rivia. These people are hardcore fans of the franchise, but for them, Geralt is the Witcher, and they are just not interested in playing any other character. A lot of people see Geralt as the face of the franchise and don't want to move on from him. It's not just men, a lot of women are only interested in playing Geralt. There are also a lot of people that like to play as female characters, but only like to create their own female characters. A lot of people always want to play as overly sexualized characters, and there are a lot of people that hate overly sexualized characters. My brother is like that. He says that women in games should look like women and not like prostitutes, which is a perfectly valid opinion to have. Most of these problems could be resolved by adding a character creator, except playing as Geralt. You could technically create a character that looks like Geralt. I made one in Baldur's Gate 3, I haven't really started playing him yet because I'm currently role-playing as Doctor Doom. And I still didn't die. I was not sure if I would survive till Act 2, but Doom still prevails. Obviously, a lot of people like Ciri and are excited to play as her. But if you ask an average Witcher fan who do you like more, Geralt or Cyrilla, what do you think the answer will be? The vast majority of people would probably answer Geralt. Ciri is a less likable, less popular and less charismatic character. I do like her in Witcher 3. I think her story and interactions with Geralt and other characters are great, but I don't like her enough to play an entire game as her. You may think that passing the torch to Ciri is the right decision because Geralt's story is over and it's now Ciri's time to shine. But the truth is that Ciri's story also ended. She's not different than Geralt in that regard. The entire Wild Hunt storyline is inspired by the books. CD Projekt took it, they expanded it, and they ended it. There is nothing more in the books that they can use to make another story about Ciri. So they will have to invent an entirely new storyline for her without using the books as a crutch. I'm not sure if they will be able to do that. I'm afraid that they will just replay the same things we saw before, and instead of new unique experience we will get a lazy cash grab. I still think that creating a completely new Witcher character would be a better choice. I was hoping it would be like V from Cyberpunk, a character that you can customize the way you want, with full voice acting and rich personality. This would allow the studio to invent their own story about new characters without anything limiting their creative freedom. I think that would be a much better choice. As I said, I am probably going to skip this, but for the sake of people who are excited to play this game, I really hope it will be good. And maybe it will. It's hard to tell just from one trailer. I'm still a little afraid they will break a lore too much. Some changes and retcons are fine if you're doing it for the sake of telling a good story, but I would absolutely hate to see the Witcher world get Dragon Age the Vanguard treatment. So that's all I have. Are you looking forward to playing as Ciri, or maybe Geralt of Rivia is the only one for you? Either way, thank you very much for watching and have a great day.